Swag Radio. Swagger all day, baby.
Yeah. It's your boy Trainers on the Black Knight, aka Ashy Knuckles, is in the building, and we got the honor and the privilege to bust it up with my beautiful sister, Miss Yvette Money. What's good with you, love? What's good with you?
What's good with you? I'm all right.
Man,
I'm
that's what's up.
alive.
That's what's up. That's always a beautiful thing for us to be on the right side of the dirt. We in the game. We ain't foul out yet. You know what I mean? We still can win this thing. But
Yes.
so first of all, I want to thank you for coming to the Sons of Sin movie premiere. You and your husband, whatever. It was a beautiful evening.
Yes,
The
it
movie
was.
was good. I actually just got to see the movie the first time last night because I was just so busy running around and everything. So
Right.
thanks again for coming out, man. We appreciate that.
Oh,
It's
thanks
always a
for
pleasure.
inviting me. I
Man,
felt real
indeed,
special. You
indeed.
guys thought about me. I was like,
Oh
oh
man,
yeah, I'm
stop that.
coming.
We man, we love you over here at Swag Magazine and Swag Radio. You know what I'm
Thank
saying?
you.
And
Love
and
you
and, and
guys too.
and for the people that don't know, they know they know Yvette Money, the artist, the MC, and everything, but they don't know you did a lot of work behind the scenes as well. So tell some of the people what you got opportunity and things you did, after your artistry of being an artist.
Well, I did manage a couple groups. And one group had a nice major deal. They were signed to Spoil Rot and um label and like they were killing it, until some egos came into play and we had to cut that short. We weren't we weren't trying to do an ego thing. We were trying to, you know, get some artists out there, get
Yeah.
Philly back on the map and scene. They were
Mm-hmm.
from Philly. They were really hot. You know.
Okay.
Also I've been writing and directing plays. And now one of my plays is about to be a movie.
Oh,
Um,
awesome.
I'm an author too. I have a trilogy that's out.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, yep. I have it's part one and two of the trilogy that's out right now that you
Right,
can
right.
buy. You can just Google the lifestyle, where sexuality begins,
Mm-hmm.
and the books will come up. I write adult stuff.
And
Yvette Money.
grown folks
Yeah,
stuff. You're grown up,
yeah.
so you
I
do
was
what grown
grown at
folk do.
14. I was grown at 14 when I did that record, so ain't nothing coming out of me. That you can get from the candy store.
And
Unless it's a different kind of candy store.
indeed. Well, hey man, listen, candy is candy. The grown up candy is even better. But let's dig back into that though. Like you really started being known at the age of that young tender age of 14 is when you
Yes.
first
Yep.
came out.
Yep.
Wow. So how was that? How was that? Do you as an
Um,
artist?
you know, like growing up, I always pretty much knew that this was the avenue that I wanted to be in. I always wanted to be an entertainer. You know, um, it was just in me. Like I always would um be around the crib, being that one that they're asking to sing, at the family functions, you know. I was writing a little bit then too. I used to write little stories when I was in the classroom, just trying to get some laughs, little funny stories. So I knew that this was a path that I was going to venture out on. I just didn't know that I would be like the Yvette Money where,
Right.
where I'll be, well known in the industry, for some people still
Yeah.
don't know me. Some people,
Man,
I'd have
you was the it girl. Stop that. You was definitely one of the it
well,
girls.
well, I didn't realize, and it may be some people that just wasn't into hip hop as
Right.
much as true hip hop heads were. Because like the true hip hop heads, they know, Yvette Money.
Right.
But when sometimes, when I mention, some people don't know. They may know Dear Yvette. Um,
Mm-hmm.
when people say, "Oh, that's Dear Yvette," and then they be like, "Oh, but I don't think the name
So
actually."
they don't always put the person in the name with the with your work is what you're saying
Nope,
then.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So
I think they still do that to this day to people that's out now. So I don't think I don't think it always, transfer over to, oh, that's that. Oh, that's who did that. You know what I mean?
yeah,
But
yeah.
you was so young and like really talented, and you was amongst like a bunch of talented people and giants during the golden age of hip hop. What was that like now? What was that like?
Um, back then we didn't know we were like giants. We were just having fun, you
Right.
know. We were just having fun doing what we do, like just, you know, being our little teenage selves. And it was more of a it thing than like a star thing to us.
Right.
It was just something that, I did the dancing on air thing before hip hop. We used to
Hmm.
travel with that. And it was just something that we looked at as having fun until we realized we did have some fans out there. We was like, oh,
Right.
okay, they want my autograph. But we still didn't see us being stars. We saw like Michael Jackson,
Right.
Diana Ross, Luther Vandross, people like that. They were stars to us. We
Mm.
just felt like we were popular, I should
Indeed.
say.
Man, shout out
Yeah.
to Dancing on Air, man. Was that not the show or what? That was just like, man,
Oh
I
yeah,
got,
that was like the hottest thing around. You know what I mean?
yes.
It
Hmm.
was so hot to be on that show. A lot of
Indeed.
people may look at it and be like, "Oh, that was a corny show," but nah, it was
Nah,
hot. It
that
was
was that
hot.
shit. That was that it
Yeah.
right there. Yep, yep. And you performed on the same stage with some of your favorite artists, and got to travel and get to meet all kinds of people at the age of 14, when most 14-year-olds are doing homework, taking out the trash. You was doing that, but then you was just like moving around and getting to know things and learning life too. So that's a beautiful
Yeah.
thing, man. And
Yeah. Exactly.
you got to try to pass that knowledge and wisdom on to the younger people coming up. And did you get the same joy out of doing that as you did being an artist and moving and shaking yourself?
Did I get a chance to
Did you know? Did you get
what
the
you mean?
joy? Did you get the joy out of like bringing up people up under you, and trying
Oh
to teach
yeah,
them the ropes?
absolutely. Yes, yes. It make you feel like a proud big sister or, auntie, whatever age the group is, that you're helping out. If I can help out, just by making a phone call or, like, just linking up people. Sorry for all, the shaking. I'm on Philly streets. We got potholes for days out this
Yeah,
piece. We're going to go see my girl Karen White. So
Karen White. Yes,
I'm in
sir.
the
Yes,
car.
sir.
So ever watching it, if you see me bouncing around, it's the
Yeah,
potholes
yeah.
in
That's
Philadelphia.
indeed.
Yeah.
You're in
I'm
Philly
mayor
when you get
about
them
to fix
potholes.
that.
Yeah, I hope she do. I hope she do. Shout out to the man. Shout out to Karen White.
Swag Radio. Swagger all day, baby.
What's up, guys? It's your girl, Miss Capri, baby. You're checking out Swag Mag.
What's up? It's your boy Jamal Wooler, aka Mr. Blu-ray Gravy. What's happening? And right now you're watching Swag Magazine, Swag Radio. You already know what it is. King.
What up, everybody? We right here at South Jersey. I'm sorry, South Jersey Creative Summit. I am Chris Creed on the gram, on everything. Check me out on Chase Street, Landshot. I am DB. I'm out of school. Big shout out to Swag Radio. Big up to us being here. You already know it. South Jersey Creative Summit. Big up.
Hi, it's Amory, and you're checking out Swag Mag.
Yeah, what up, y'all? You already know what it is. Your boy Apollo Ali here with Swag Mag, man. We out here at the WCMD Dare Academy, first annual South Jersey Creators Summit. These 30 just before Shaquille. Shout out to everybody that performed, man. I know I forgot somebody, but this is a beautiful event. All the creators is out. We out here networking, making up, and making things happen, man. So shout out to y'all for being here. Swag Mag covering it. You already know what it is, man.
Yo, what's up, y'all? It's Mike Arini Jr., and you are tuned into Swag Mag.
It's been an epic night. Such a sin. We sold out 2 theaters. Everything came out good. You know what I mean? We doing our thing. You know what I mean? Thanks for supporting. Swag Magazine. Appreciate y'all. 100%.
What up? This your boy Woody McClain, and you are locked into Swag Mag.
The future. This is how we do it, baby.
Ladies and gentlemen, Yvette Money!
Listen, I know you owe me a letter. I wasn't gonna answer, but then I thought I better. Yvette, that's me, cool day, you see me, baby. No, no, just away from what you said about me. You're illness, and that's the serious this, but I don't take shit, so LL, bust this. Here we go.
So what was it like when you performed at major events?
The Philly,
Yeah,
the Philly Fest. It was like a Philly festival type of thing.
exactly. Yep.
Oh yeah, that was nice, and I really appreciated. Gosh, what's the? I hate to not know his name because,
Larry, the promoter.
no, Larry's my brother, but he wasn't the promoter for that event.
Oh, he wasn't?
Larry actually performed on that show too.
Yeah, he did. He did. And
yeah,
Yaz did. Yaz was the youngest kid there.
He was performing with Larry at the time. Yeah,
Right.
yeah, he performed with Larry. But that promoter, oh man, I met him, and I did that show, but it wasn't, I didn't connect again since then. And if I don't connect with you enough, I forget. I know a face will forget a name, but I really want to say his name because he put on something that Philly's been asking for a long time to promote Philly artists and get Philly artists on the map and do an all Philly show because we got a lot of history here. And and everybody deserved to be on that show, and he reached out pretty much to everyone. So it was fun, it was real exciting to do. And I just want to shout that promoter out, that did that. I want to say thank you for it because I really didn't have a chance to talk to him too much after that.
It was a beautiful event. Me and my partner, we had just came from an event the night before and earlier that day. So we was tired, but we wasn't missing that. And then y'all didn't disappoint, man. Y'all did not disappoint. Like, tough crew, everybody was doing their thing, man. The energy was the love. The love was in the air. The DJ sound good. The music sound good. I think you had your original throwback DJ there, right?
Yeah. The Sporty Shorty came on with me maybe after, because my original DJ, when I did Yvette's Revenge was Lightning Lee, and may he rest in peace. He just passed away.
Indeed.
And Lightning Rich scratched on my record, but then Lightning Lee he went off to college, so that's when I got Sporty Shorty to be my DJ. Yeah, but she was there. Definitely, she was there. It
was a beautiful thing, man. It was a beautiful thing to see all of y'all, man. Just like it was a bunch of people I ain't seen in a minute, and it's just like wow. And everybody still sound real good. They ain't miss a beat. The little dance steps was still on point. Everything. I was like, check them out.
Yeah, it was so much fun. It was so much fun. I really enjoyed that show.
So you still look the same, man. It's crazy. Like, what are you doing, man? What do you contribute that to?
I don't know, because I'm just, doing all the wrong stuff. I'm eating like a pig. I'm up late at night. I'm not doing nothing special, and I'm just roll with it, just be proud to be alive and waking up and maybe, I just, it's me giving God, his praise for waking me up every morning.
I know that's right.
And feeling blessed. So maybe, continuing to bless me. Not maybe he is.
Well, the 50th year of hip hop just passed us by and everything. It was a beautiful thing. What did that mean to you? And was you active or was you just like sitting back enjoying it all? What did you do?
Well, I mean, it meant a lot that we reached that mark. And hip hop is still alive. When they thought it was just going to be, a little fad, and come and go. They didn't take it seriously. But I think that they could have done better with Philly. because we
Right.
played a major role in hip hop,
Big
and
time.
I felt like we were left out.
Okay.
The history of Philly was left out.
Right.
They only spoke on people who um maybe, you know, still exist today, and that's lucrative to people today, you
Mhm.
know. I just feel like, you know, that game is like that. If you can make people money, they talk about you, but
Right.
if you can't make them no money, then they forget about you. So
Indeed. Indeed. Well, rest in peace to the great K Slay, man. What he was doing with bringing, you know, all those artists together to be on one track or something like that, whatever. Is that something that you would be interested in doing if you know, somebody else like K Slay was putting something like that out? Would you get on the track like that?
well, yeah, I wouldn't mind. Yeah, I wouldn't mind. You know,
Okay.
we did a thing with Joe Braid here one time. I don't know if you
Hmm.
can see me. I'm sorry.
In the
I'm
tunnel.
going under
Okay.
a underpass.
No doubt.
Uh, where we all got on the track with Joe Braid, and it was fun. But it was so funny because I came in with my notepad and pen, and it was like, nobody bringing books no more. no, notepad and pen. I said, but what do y'all use? It was like, we use our phone. I was like, look, I'm too blind for my phone. Like, I need to see. I need to write it down. I need to do it like I always did it. So consider me to be different. I got my notepad and pen
Indeed.
still.
Indeed. Shout out to my man Joe Bread, man. He put on some of the best shows, bringing people together. You know, he brought
Yeah.
little Kim. He brought little Kim back to the city of Philadelphia when she first got out of college or wherever she was placed at for a little while. Then he hit us up. He was trying to do the show that he did at the Armory, I think. And Joe Bread was like, "Yo, you guys, y'all got a number on Wise Intelligent. I'm bringing KRS-One to Philly and Das Effect." And he named all these people. And he was like, yeah, we could call up Wise Intelligent, but why you don't get Shan to come perform? He said, oh, y'all could get in touch with Shan. We said, we called him right then and there, and Mike Funky, Shan's manager at the time, they was like, yeah, we'll come through. And Joe was like, we're gonna have Shan and KRS-One in Philly performing on the same stage. And you know,
Yeah.
so we was very thankful that we was able to help put that show together, which was an amazing show.
Wow, I missed that. I missed that one.
Yeah, it was beautiful, man. It was
Yeah.
KRS-One, MC Shan, Das Effect. Man, it was. I can't even think. It was just so many people. It was a beautiful thing, though. But
Mhm.
sis, we love you over here. We respect your contribution to the game of hip hop and all that you've done and all that you still continue to do. You was on doing a podcast for a little while. What happened?
Well, no, actually, I've been wanting to put together a podcast. We
Oh,
had a
so it was
radio
the radio
station.
thing you was doing.
Yeah, we had the
Right, right,
internet radio, Evolve Radio 247.com.
right.
You know, you know, we had to put that on pause for a little bit.
Mm.
We wanted something a lot bigger, and better, since a lot of people were moving towards the
Right,
podcast, and that's kind of like where we wanted to go
right.
with the radio station. But then I started writing more. I started to write, you know,
Okay.
get into writing with my book, and with the movie now that I'm getting ready to do, based off another play I did. So, you know, I my focus kind of shift a little bit, but
Indeed. I
hopefully
got you.
we'll put that back together, you know.
Mm-hmm. Well, my boy Perez, he was the writer of the book of the movie that the SOS, the Sons of Sin that you came to see, and when I
Yeah,
told him, I
yeah, I know.
said,
Too. Thank you for introducing me to him.
"Oh man," he was so excited that you was coming. He said, "Man, because he still breakdance. That man is like close to 50, and
Wow.
he could still windmill." You know,
Yeah.
he sent me
Wow.
he sent me and Raheem videos all the time of him still on the tile doing his thing. So he said, "Man, I be windmilling to Yvette Money. What you talking about? She coming? That's what's up." So when he seen you, he say, "I don't get star. I got a little starstruck." He was very happy that you was there, man. He was very
Oh,
happy that you
wow.
was there. So
Wow. Nice story. It summed up a lot of things that, you know,
mhm.
people wanted to know more about with the whole Camden situation.
Indeed, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mhm.
So it was a
Because
nice film.
yeah, because everybody got every city got a story, every town, every neighborhood got a story, and I think he did a really good job. Him and the whole team putting that together and everything for that. And that's his first project. That's
Wow.
his first project. Like he got several books, but that's his first, movie. So that was again. Like I said, I watched it for the first time last night in its entirety, and it was pretty good, pretty good. So we looking forward to seeing. I missed your play. I mean, how can people check all of that? The things that you've done and the things that you're about to do out. How do they check that out?
Link up with me on Facebook, Instagram, Monica Yvette Money Kit. And I'll update people as I go along. Right now I'm doing auditions for the movie. The audition will be September 14th. And if they go to the website, they'll get the location for it. But right now I'm accepting like photos, bios, stuff like that. I mean, they don't have to send that. I'm even accepting people who feel they're natural in this.
Right.
So if they just want to come out, if they want to think about it, and hype themselves up to come out for it, then they have time to do that too as well. So
Indeed. That's what's up. So you opening the doors for all comers, man. Just bring your talent, bring your A game, and be serious about what they doing. That's what's up. That's a beautiful thing. And I'm out of town, so I'm on the West Coast right now. But then y'all they had an all Philly girls show. Is it today or was that tomorrow? Yeah.
You know what? Red Snapper was talking about an all Philly.
She's in it.
Show.
She was on the cover. I did see her on the cover.
Yeah, she was hosting it. I think it's a lot of the new hip hop artists here in Philly. I mean, I wasn't invited to go to it, but I did hear about it. So I think it's a lot of the new artists that's being put on the map.
Indeed.
I wish those ladies much success. And
Philly got some of the
happy to
baddest.
see that Philly's still doing their thing.
Man, Philly had some of the baddest female MCs, period, but some of the baddest female MCs, hands down, to me, is Philadelphia. Hands down. Hands down. Ain't even, man, listen, Philly girls be ripping it. So, again, man, we God bless you, and the Most High bless you with all that you do, all that you going to do, and you just know that we love you over here at Swag Magazine and Swag Radio. If there's anything we could do to help promote, push, your brand, and feel free to hit us up. Enjoy that concert, man. Enjoy that concert tonight.
I am. Karen always put on a good show. Shout out to my girl Karen White. And also when we do the movie premiere, we got to get back together again soon. And I make sure that I'm in the crib or in the studio or something where I'm not hitting the potholes in the streets. And
no doubt. We give it to him how we give it to him, man. But we're gonna make sure it's hot.
This is a prime example of the show must go on.
The show must go on. Yes, sir.
Yes.
That's the
no matter the circumstances.
Yes. Well, again, enjoy the show tonight. We love you, and keep up the good work, man. Keep being you, man. Miss Yvette Money.
Thank you. Much love to y'all.
You're listening to Swag Radio. Turn it up. The future. This is how we do it, baby.